All right. Good morning. Hope everybody can hear me. Today's your day, your opportunity to make your case. Who is your GOAT? Here's your chance. Just set all this up for y'all. Pin this link. And we be ready to go. Just pin this link real quick. And then I'll be all set. I'm going to make my case last. Boy, you are not the GOAT. Knock it off. There we go. All right, so good morning, all of y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Good morning, Bag. Good morning, Banana. The link is at the top of the chat. You see, I got my nice little football jersey. I know y'all might not know who that is, but for the folks who don't know who that is, his name was Derek Thomas. God bless the dead. He used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. So the link is at the top of the chat. And I'm very interested to hear, who is your GOAT? I know who mine is, but I'm going to save that for last. As always, like, sub, share. Cash App's at the bottom of the screen. Any donations are greatly appreciated. And let's get it, man. Let's get it. Okay, I see Brandon up here. I have to let him know that this is a sports debate. All right. Back. Hold on, Mr. Brandon.
Can you hear me?
Skywalker. Yeah, I can hear you. You don't sleep much, do you, Mr. Skywalker?
So why can't I be the GOAT? Nah, I don't.
Because you don't play sports, sir.
I try to tell people. I try to tell people that I don't sleep, but obviously they think I don't. Other people sleep more than I. You know what I'm saying? I get the least amount of rest of everybody, and nobody believes that because I am the GOAT. That's why.
Okay. But you ain't playing the NFL. This is an NFL GOAT debate, sir.
I did that. How do you know I did play in the NFL?
Debate.
How do you know I ain't playing in the NFL? How do you know I wasn't a water boy or something like that?
You might have been a water boy. I could believe that
H2O,
part.
H2O.
I
What's up, man?
I could
Listen, man,
believe that
I,
part.
I ain't I ain't trying to tell you what to do, right? But you need to do like little monologues before you start letting people up. You feel me? Like do a little 10, 15-minute talk about what you think, what is this, what the stream's gonna be about, whatever your day life, whatever, and then you start bringing people up. You know what I mean? Do a little monologue.
Well, this show is really simple. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have a whole bunch to say. It's who's your goat, period. Like
Yeah, yeah, but I know that. But you
it's
still want to do a little monologue. You know what I mean? Just say, hey man, you know this is what
like
it
10,
is.
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 10, 5, 10, yeah,
Okay.
10, 15 minutes. Do a little monologue. Break it down what your experience gonna be about. Say, give some hints about your goat, but don't know what I'm saying. I'll let you know at the end, and then, well, you know, if y'all want to come up, come up. I don't know why people see. Listen, BD. Now you remember last night, right? You remember last night people were saying that you can't read, see the comments of the YouTube, right? You remember that? Are you freezing up or is it me?
Say that.
All right. So you remember last night?
That's you.
Oh, it's me. Okay, hold up. I might freeze up. All right, this better now.
Yeah, Skywalker, you freezing up on me,
I said, is it
bro.
better now?
Go on back in.
I think that's you, but I'll go back out
No,
and come back in because you're doing that before I came up.
I mean, yeah, if it's me, I'll go out, come back in. But I want to see if it's you. Was I?
Here, let me go ahead and come back in and see.
All right. If it's me, oh,
All right, this better now.
yeah.
All right.
How
I don't
about
know what.
me?
Yeah, you good. I don't know what I was talking about. What was I talking about now?
I don't know. I couldn't hear you breaking up.
No.
So I guess it was me.
Yeah, yeah, it was you. Yeah, just go ahead and try to do a little 15-minute, 10, 15-minute monologues, then bring people up. You ain't gotta let people know your GOAT status. You know what I mean? Just let them know, allude to it, allude to what the thing is about, and then start bringing people up.
Gotcha.
And you have to figure out a way to clean your computer out.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why.
I've been trying to do that all week long, son. Like I done like restarted it. I done like what do you call it? Formatted the hard drive and all that shit. I think I just need like a wired connection. Like trying to do it over the Wi-Fi, it'd be buffering. And my
Yeah.
Wi-Fi pretty good. Like I don't understand what it is. Maybe I don't
How
know.
far away you? How far away is your computer away from the router?
Maybe 2, 3 feet.
Yeah.
I'm
So
pretty
that's
much
not
right
it.
next to my
Listen,
router.
it's not your router. It's not the internet service. It's your computer. Trust me.
It's the computer.
Yes, because when you remember when I first started out and I first started using the laptop, it used to circle me and do all that stuff. When I got
Right.
my new laptop, when I got my new laptop, that shit stopped. All that stopped, and it started running smooth. So you have to find a way to either clean out your computer or like turn stuff off while you're using StreamYard.
Right.
Then it should work faster. No, I tried to tell that to Bob too. Bob didn't want to listen to me. Nobody wanted to listen to me because I'm a Mexican. See the
Because you
Mexican,
the
see the brown.
Mexican. Right.
Yeah,
That
and
part.
I tried to tell him. He was telling me that I've been had a computer for 8 years and it's working fine. Then last night, what did he say? Oh, I got a new computer And this thing, I can do it. Yeah, because your shit, the RAM and stuff is all backed up and shit. All right, but let's
Right.
get to this. So what are we doing? The wide receiver by position or by
Nah,
energy?
it's just whoever your favorite, whoever you think is the GOAT. Like it don't matter what position.
Okay, well, to me, I am a Peyton Manning fan, and I've always been a Peyton Manning fan. Now people say, oh, he ain't the GOAT because he only got 2 rings. Okay, I understand that, but I just me, look at the coaches he had. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have always a good defense and shit. I don't know. I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but you know what I'm saying? My GOAT running back would be Barry Sanders. All time.
Right.
Hands down.
So you don't have an overall GOAT. You just basing it
Nah.
off of
I because
position.
well, because it's easier in basketball. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
might have someone I'm gonna use LeBron, it's not glazing, but you got someone like LeBron can play 4 to 5 positions. You know what I mean? In the
Hmm.
NFL, you might got one person that can play 2 positions. And usually that's the wide receiver and the cornerback. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or unless you know any other positions that switch. Maybe the lineman, you know what I mean?
Safeties.
Safety's okay. Well, that's kind of like the cornerback. So it's yeah.
Yeah, because
But
you got safeties that can play linebacker. So it depends.
yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right. You're right. But what I mean is that is I guess it's on the offense and defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess basketball I can't really use because basketball you have to play offense and defense no matter what. And
Yeah,
football you
football
can't
don't
work.
work that way.
Yeah, you right. I guess I can use it. But yeah, I guess everybody's gonna say Brady. Pretty sure everybody's gonna say Brady when they come up. You know what I mean? But
I mean, Brady is a good pick for the GOAT, though. I mean,
of
he's a
course, by
good
the
pick.
ring, because the rings, right?
Yep.
And the records that he broke because of longevity.
I mean, he owns all the quarterback records.
Because of longevity. Let's keep it real.
I
But
mean,
when it,
yeah, I mean, I don't hold people longevity against them. Though. Like, if you
but
play 20 years, man, God bless you. It's hard to
yeah,
play 20 years in the NFL.
yeah,
That's hard.
I don't see you as seeing. You know what I'm saying? You might see it different. You know what I mean? But other people would be like, oh, he's the GOAT because of this. Nah. Oh, he ain't the GOAT because he put. No, I believe longevity should be a factor of that shit to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And just say Patrick Mahomes right now.
Well,
Knock
Mahomes
on.
is clearly the best player in the league right now. Clearly. Like,
Yeah, we know.
he's
I
the
know
best
that, but
player in the league.
yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But potentially, he's on the verge of being the greatest of all time right now. How he's going.
Absolutely. On the
You see what I'm saying?
trajectory he's
On
on,
the truth,
yeah.
yes. So what I mean by that is, yeah, we can go like me. No, I joke around, but I'm really not joking, but I am joking. I call him the baby goat. You know what I'm saying? He's up and running. You know what I'm saying? If you go by year, look at what he did every year. He's been in the league 7, 8 years, right? And he went
Yeah,
to the
8
Super
years.
Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl 7 times already, or some shit like that, right?
6.
Okay, 6 times out of 8, right?
Matter of fact, no, 5. 5. I'm sorry, 5. He's
You
been to
sure?
5 Super Bowls,
You sure?
Mahomes.
Because I thought this one was okay. All right, regardless, that's still, you know what I'm saying? What you call it? How much
He
Super
got
Bowls
3
did?
rings
Yes, and
already.
how much Super Bowls did Brady go to at that time?
Uh, at that time,
Was
Brady's
it
first
8
8
years?
years, he went to 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, so I guess it's about the same. You know what I mean? And they probably went about the same too. But
Yeah, he won 3 and lost 1.
yeah,
And then he ain't go to a Super Bowl for 8 years. And then his last 8 years, he went to like 3 or 4 more, 5 more, I think, something like that. Because Brady played in 10 total
see,
Super Bowls. He played in
yeah,
10 of them.
yeah. And you can sit here and talk. I can sit here and talk about this and that, but our people don't care about when you hear about someone cheating no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
They all just say, okay, oh, well, you got to learn how to cheat better. You know what I mean? Nobody can have the integrity nowadays and say, okay, since he was on them scandals, we're gonna exit him out. They say, oh, that doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Cheating matters. You know what I mean? You know that, and I know that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Winning
Now,
does matter.
yeah, winning does matter, but when you cheat to win, that means that you had to do something that was against the rules that wasn't legal to win. You weren't winning. You had to do some
Right. You
foul
were
shit to win.
cheating.
That's all. You see what I'm saying? That's what cheating means.
Absolutely.
So when you
And
say
that's
that
the
to
knock that
people,
I have on Brady. If
but
he'd have
but
got his Super Bowls scandal free, like how everybody else got their Super Bowl scandal free, it'd be different.
now
But
you agree with me on that, but everybody else says, well, they should have cheated better. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no. I mean, if you win, listen, I'm not knocking Brady. He do own all the records, right? He do got the 7 rings. I get all of that. But you still have an asterisk, in my opinion, behind your shit because of the scandals. And it
Oh,
wasn't
he
just
only went
one
9 times.
scandal. It was
He
a
only went
couple.
he only went 9 times because he lost two.
He lost 3 Super Bowls. He lost two to the Giants and one to the Eagles.
When was the Eagles?
The
Oh, that
year
was
that
last.
Nick that was the year Nick Foles was the Eagles quarterback. They lost
You
38 to
right.
35.
You right. I ain't thought I forgot they played the England.
Remember, he played the Eagles twice in the Super Bowl. The first time Donovan
Hey,
McNabb was their quarterback.
you don't know how to fix your layouts, or you like them like this,
Nah, this cool for me like this.
or do you like
I
them
do
like
know
this?
how to mess with the layouts though.
Yeah, but if you want to go by rings and no losses and shit, of course you know Joe Money. Know what I mean?
All right, Montana 4
Yeah,
0.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, people metric of shit is different all the time. You might have a great all time player on the trash team, and he's not going to get recognized as the greatest in this position because he was on the trash team. Hence,
Well,
Chad
you
Johnson.
have here's the thing, like you have like special teams, especially on special
Yeah,
teams.
special
Look
teams.
how
Yeah,
they
all
did
that.
Adam Vinatieri. Like
Yeah,
Adam Vinatieri's easily the GOAT kicker, but he
yeah,
doesn't get in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot because
yeah,
he's a special teams player. Like
yeah.
field goal kickers aren't football players.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you like I don't know. I just people gotta meet the we gotta see what everybody or you gotta get people to say what criteria and everybody to agree on all the criteria. You know what I mean?
Well,
Then
there really isn't. I don't think there's a specific criteria other than just being great. My criteria is: did you change? Did you impact the game? Did you change the game? Not just did you win, but did you
yeah, but
change the game? Did you change how the game is played?
it's hard to do that in football though. You know what I mean? Who's really
Well,
changed the game in football? James Harris. You know what I mean? You know
I could name a couple of people that actually changed how the game is played.
Brady, I
Michael
guess.
Vick.
Brady
It would
was
be a very good example of
But
somebody who changed how the game is
wasn't there
played.
a running quarterbacks before him?
Yeah, you have Randall Cunningham, you have Fran
Mm.
Tarkenton, but nobody did it. Vic completely revolutionized the shit. Like you had people that scrambled, and then you had Michael Vick, somebody who was like super athletic, who ran faster than the receivers he was throwing to. Just think about that. Michael Vick was running faster than the wide receivers he was throwing the ball to.
You know, really, there ain't much too much no players and no games that, well, there is, but there's not that much. You know what I mean? Throughout the years of the year, all the years that the basketball has been on, there's been like maybe three or four people who's changed the league or something like
And
that.
in terms of football, I could tell you another person just off the top of my head who changed the
You got
game,
Dion.
Roger Craig. If you remember
Okay.
Roger Craig was like the first guy who could come out the backfield and run routes for you as a running back. A guy
Are you
you could
talking about like
split out wide. Yeah, the
the dual
dual
thing?
threat shit. Like
Yeah,
he
dual
was the
threat those
first
got now.
one. Yeah,
Where they
like
got the run
all
like
they want all
well
running
Tristan
backs to do
McCaffrey.
that now.
Like Tristan
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
yeah, but before McCafferty, you had Thurman Thomas, you
Yeah,
had
yeah,
Marshall
I know that.
Falk.
I know that,
You
but I'm just
understand what I'm
saying that's
saying?
what you know, that's one of the people you could say who's done put an eye on it too. You know what I'm saying? Tristan McCaffrey. And what another running back like that? I guess I'd be the one that really there's been people doing it, but that's the one everybody pay attention to a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
If
Because
that
he's
makes
the
sense.
one that's out now. But there's been people who changed how the game is played. I mean, you can't leave Prime out. Deion Sanders
Yeah, Dion.
definitely
Yeah, I
changed
said
the
that.
game. Definitely changed
What
the way
I
you
guess
play
I mean.
corner.
I guess I mean by that. I guess I mean by the rules. You know what I'm saying? That's what I guess I mean by. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and certain
AI
folks you
changed
had to
the rules
change the
of how.
rules for.
Yeah, AI changed the rules of how you used to have to come in and dress. Um, you know, who else? Jordan rules, all that, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by that. But I guess you're right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. My goat would be, I don't know. I don't really got to go to the goat is anybody who played in Dallas. Anybody who played in
All
Dallas.
right. Well, if you had to pick a cowboy goat, who would it be?
Um, hold up.
Nah, it's not split distant. It's
Hold up.
whoever you
No,
want, whoever
I was
you
texting.
think is the goat.
I was texting. Someone. Um, I don't know, man. It's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got Troy Aikman was there, won some Super Bowls. What, three? How much? Three? Like
He
three
got
Super
three
Bowls,
Super
2 3. You
Bowls.
know what I'm saying? Then you got Emmett. Emmett was you know, he's got the record for the whatchamacallit. You can't leave Roger Staubach out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Then you got
Oh
all
yeah,
my
there is. I mean, there are a lot of great cowboy players. That's
yeah.
for sure. There's certainly a lot of them. But
Yeah,
you
but
can't
it's
pick
just
one
hard.
Skywalker. You don't
No,
have one
because
that stood out to you,
no,
being the
not really
cowboy
because
fan that you are.
listen, I'm a Cowboy fan, but growing up, I just was a Cowboy fan. I never really watched it. You know what I'm saying? I started watching it in my 20s. You know what I mean? 20s, the late 20s or some shit like that. That's when I really got heavy in football. I was just a football fan because of, you know what I'm saying, my family was either and the AFC, what was it? And the, know what I'm saying? Whatever. There was the championship game. We had to pick San Fran or Dallas, and I just leaned for the Dallas. Then I started getting into it. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Right.
Like I told you, my memory is messed up, so I can't really remember a lot of things. But I would, you know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I'm saying? I would say someone like I like T.O. when he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Roger Staubach, Troy, um, Emmett Smith, Michael Irvin, a whole bunch of other people, you know what I'm saying? But I just can't. I guess it would be Troy Aikman. Fuck it. I just gonna pick Troy. You know what I'm saying? How about that? You know what I'm saying? He got three.
Okay. So
He got three.
what would make you pick Troy Aikman? And good morning, everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all showing up.
Troy Aikman,
Yeah.
because of the
Why would you land on Troy Aikman?
because he got 3 rings, of course. You know what I'm saying? He played in the era where it was tougher than now. You know what I mean? Um, you feel me? He got I ain't gonna say he got some records, but his yardage by the game, yards by the game was good. You feel me? He was like a general out there. You feel me? He know how to
He
conduct
was
the
a
game.
general for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? So that's why I like people like that. You know what I'm saying? That know how to. No, I hate to say it. That's why I like Brady. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons why I like Brady. Because when he gets out there, he don't be trying to go for the big plays. He goes for the plays that work. You know what I'm saying? You got
Hmm.
a lot of these other quarterbacks that will try to squeeze shit in and go for the big plays. You know what I mean? And it ain't
Yep.
always good. And if you notice, this is why I do like Brady and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because what I think they should do, I think they should make it where as soon as they catch the ball, all the yards after they catch the ball should only go to the wide receiver.
Well,
You
that's
know what
the
I
yak
mean?
yards do go to the wide receiver.
Yes, but they also go to the quarterback.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
both.
Only, only to the wide receiver. Yak should be only for wide receiver. The
Oh, okay. I
ball,
see what
the
you're
ball,
saying.
the ball should be because you gotta look at it. He used to make them little plays, and people like Wes Welker and Elderman and all them boys would get out of situations. You know what I mean?
Right.
The only time he really had big yards was when he had Randy Moss there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well,
Like I'm
Tom
talking about
Brady was
air
never like
yards.
a, yeah, I'm
I'm
saying
talking
like
about air
Tom
yards,
Brady
not
was never
yeah.
like a deep passing threat. Like that was never his game.
Yeah, but people try to See, this is where you and me can look at it the right way because people I've had a lot of people say that, oh, he's the best deep dog thrower, that this and that. Look at his yards. He's done this, that, and this. If you look at the game, it was them little short dink and dunk passes, and they took it 20, 30 yards. You know
Right
what I
now,
mean?
if you want to talk about somebody who was just airing it out, you would have to mention somebody like a Brent Favre
Yeah,
or Philip Rivers. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Somebody who was really just
yeah.
chucking the ball down the
I'm gonna
field.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you who probably would have been either one of the best, if not the best, if he would not have quit. Is Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck was pretty good.
Andrew
He was
Luck was a
definitely
beast.
pretty good.
Yeah, Andrew Luck was a beast, man. Andrew Luck, he would have probably been up there. You know what I'm saying? Considering he probably would have been retired by now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, he'd
Andrew
have been
Luck would have been
retired
up
by
there.
now.
Yeah.
But
But
you know,
see, right?
Andrew Luck, he wasn't old though when he got out. He was still like late 20s. He might have been 30 when he quit. And you know, quarterback shelf life is much longer than anybody else other than probably a kicker or a punter.
Yeah. See, that's why I like to break it down by in football, and especially in football. I like to break it down by, you know what I mean? Because to me, you know, I don't think he just. Well, I don't know. I don't know what was wrong in that team, but wide receiver, of course, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would say Jerry. I would say Jerry too. I ain't gonna lie. But
I mean,
if you,
he owns all the stats, Jerry
yeah,
Rice.
but if someone like Megatron would have stayed in the league, you know what I'm saying, for a good duration of time, he probably would have broke all the stats. You know what I mean?
You know what? You
Except,
know, I love
uh,
Megatron. Like
yeah,
Calvin Johnson was like the craziest dude I've ever seen at the wide receiver position. Like
that's
he's the
that.
only dude I've ever seen that you had to put two corners on
That's what
him
I'm
at
saying,
the line
BD.
of scrimmage. Like you
That's what
had to
I'm
put
saying.
two corners on him.
But see,
Like
you see
that's
what I'm saying?
insane work.
If he would
Yeah,
have
he's the
just
only dude I've ever seen that they
listen,
had to do that for.
if he would have just been like, you know what, I'm gonna get traded because if I'm not mistaken, he didn't want to get traded. He wanted to
Yeah,
be
he didn't want
a
to get
Detroit,
traded.
right?
Yeah, he
That's why
wanted to
he
be in Detroit.
and he they wouldn't give him no help, so that's why he retired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if he would have just said F that and went on ahead and went somewhere else, and he would have been still playing, well, I don't know. I guess he would have been retired by now. You know what you
Yeah,
think?
he'd have been
No.
retired by now.
Well,
Yeah,
how long ago did he retire? 8 years
he
ago, right?
retired. He retired about 9 years ago. So
Eight,
yeah,
nine
he'd
years
have been
ago,
retired. Yeah, he'd
and
have
he
been
had
retired
already and he had already played how long?
10 years.
Yeah, he would have been retired like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
But
he'd have been retired.
he could have been on a good team for them last past 6 years, at the least, because but he could have played longer. But 16 years, 15, somewhere around that's pretty good for a wide receiver, I guess. Probably
Yeah,
too long.
15 years for a wide
Yeah,
receiver. That's damn good,
yeah,
considering all of the punishment that they take
yeah,
coming over the. Listen, there's another dude that I think could have been a GOAT too if he'd have just kept his head in the game, and that's Antonio Brown.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Like prime
yeah, because
Antonio Brown wasn't nothing to be playing with.
yeah. Did you see? Did you? You didn't ever see it though. I know you probably did. You didn't have a channel at that time. You should. Well, you could have did a story. You probably might want to see if there's a follow up on it. Where he pulled a pistol on someone.
Yeah, that was like a year ago, I think. He pulled
No,
a
that wasn't that
pistol on
long ago.
somebody. It
That
wasn't
wasn't
that
that
long.
long
I
ago.
thought that was a while
No.
ago.
Well, let me put it like this. Unless they just put it out. You know what I'm saying? Probably about 3 months ago they just put it out, but it might have been. I don't know when it was.
Right.
But yeah, dude in the chat said Moss and T.O. See, that'd be, you know what I'm saying? But the only reason I like T.O. because he left. He should have stayed at the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? We could have
Well, I
followed.
thought it was because Jerry didn't want to pay him. I thought that's why he
Damn,
left.
dude.
Because Jerry ain't want to give him the money he was
Did you
asking
see
for.
did you see the other day Jerry was getting booed while he was up on stage?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
he came out yesterday talking about he not traded Michael Parsons. Like that ain't happening.
Well,
So
I've been too much on these podcasts, so I ain't been paying attention. Why is he mad? And I got the damn Cowboys news coming to me all the time. I just push it off. Why is he? Why? What is it? He wants help or what?
Well, the Cowboys defense is already good. They just sucked last year because they were hurting. Like
Yeah,
they defense got beat up really
that
bad last year,
yeah,
injury
that
wise.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. What the hell is he crying for? You know what I mean? If he
He
wants
crying
help,
because they offense suck. He crying
okay,
because Dak is a bum.
I
That's what
understand it.
he crying about.
Listen, I understand it, but how can they win anything when all them two want all the money?
Yeah, I don't know.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
listen, but here's the thing: Micah Parsons is arguably the best defensive player in football.
I'm
So
not
like,
saying that, BD. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, this is another thing I can admire of Tom Brady. I don't like the man, but I can admire him. He took less to fill
and
out the
made more
damn.
of it. Yeah,
You
I
see what
agree
I'm
with that.
saying? He took less, and he still look how much money he's still worth. These people were so worried about the money that they need to sit down and, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, get with someone financially and see what they, you know what I'm saying, they could do to make the most out of it. You know what I mean? Because in the
Right.
long run, they probably can make more money if the team starts winning Super Bowls. You know what I mean? And they put the product out what they want to put out. You know what I mean? But I don't
Hmm.
know. I guess I look at it different. Like I
Well,
try to
my
tell
thing
that
is
to my to my
Micah
homeboy.
Parsons. His issue was he don't want to say it out loud, but I already know his issue is the quarterback. He trying to get them to get rid of Dak.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
his
what they did.
issue.
I would get rid of that before I got rid of Michael Parsons. I ain't gonna lie. You got Joe
Yeah.
Milton back there. They say he was looking good. I seen clips of him. I have been catching some clips. You know what I'm saying? He looks good
Hmm.
out there. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Trey Lance. I don't know what he's gonna do. He might be trash.
Well, Trey Lance, he's on the Chargers now.
Oh yeah, we did trade. Yeah, we did trade him. I forgot. We
Yeah,
traded him
y'all
for
traded
yeah,
Trey
yeah.
Lance for draft
We did.
picks.
Yeah, for the draft pick. Yeah, that's how we got Joe Milton. That's why I forgot. Um, but we got Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? He still pretty. I would. You know what I'm saying? I guess I think different. You know what I mean? It's like we're not winning nothing anyways. So why not just try to do a rebuild period? Why not let that go? You know what I mean? Play Cooper Rush or Joe Milton, whichever one you want to play,
Right.
and wait till someone comes out. We got Archie coming out. They said see what he's gonna turn out to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Well,
might got.
Archie gonna be a lottery pick for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You
Just
see
off
what I
his
mean?
name alone, he gonna be a lottery pick.
Hey, listen. If you think I'm lying? I would have took Dion. I would have took Shador.
Shador.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was a more political than it was football because Shador was a great college player, and I
yeah.
think people hate for Deion Sanders rubbed off on his kids, and it was disgusting to watch him fall all the way
But
to the
but
fourth
but
round.
sometimes you got to know
Disgusting.
if you knew you were gonna hurt your parent, or your son or your daughter, would you back off?
Well, yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
we talking. It's not like Deion
Especially
Sanders was just a regular player. Deion Sanders is the GOAT
okay,
at his
but
position, so he
okay.
he couldn't just back off
Well, yes, he
because of
could.
who he is. He
Yes, he
couldn't just
could have.
back off like that.
Yes, he could have. He could have just backed off because his son was already that, and his son was already good enough. Didn't need the boost. He already had it without needing it. You know what I mean? So he could have backed off and been like, son, go ahead and make your decision. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
And
even if that's true, Scott Walker, there's still no reason why for him to drop from the first all the way to the fourth round. There was no excuse for that.
hey
That
man,
was all political.
what is it? FAFO? You know what I
Yeah, fuck
mean?
around,
That's what
find
they
out,
did.
right?
That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So I like Dion. I'm not saying I mess with my homeboy about it because he's a Florida State fan, but all of a sudden now he's a Colorado fan because Dion. I don't play like that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna turn on my team because of someone. So I like messing with him about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
But he's the type.
some people aren't fans of teams. Some people are fans of
Nah,
players. You got
well,
LeBron fans that do that all the time.
okay,
That aren't
me.
Laker fans. They
Hold up.
just LeBron fans.
You listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Football. I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. Now, I like other teams like Kansas City. I like other teams like shit. I even like Washington last year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I like Cleveland, but I like Cleveland. For some reason, I've always liked Cleveland. It's maybe because I was born there and never seen it. So I guess I got attached to it all my life to Cleveland. That's another thing.
Right.
The Browns. You know what I mean? But basketball, I don't have no team. I'm one of them people that you said. When LeBron goes, I go. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the lie. But you know what I'm saying? You got people, he is the type of person that he said he is a Florida State diehard fan.
Right.
But he won't tell you nothing that's happening at Florida because Dion didn't go there. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So
So I can assume so you're sticking with Troy Aikman as your GOAT though.
yeah, he had to basically do everything. He had to be the field general, the sideline general, everything. So that's why I take. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Okay,
take.
hold on. Let me write that down
That'd be
because
the Cowboys. That'd
I
be the
want to keep
Cowboys. But that's
I
my
want to keep
Cowboys
track.
goat. Not that's my Cowboys goat, not my goat. My goat would be and I know he ain't the goat, but my goat would be Peyton Manning. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, you could make a GOAT case for Peyton Manning though.
Yeah, that's
Not for
my
nothing. You
my
could
goat would be Peyton
definitely
Manning.
make a GOAT. You could definitely make a GOAT case for Peyton Manning.
Listen,
I mean,
everybody
Peyton
talks
Manning was
shit,
that
but
guy.
yeah, I just that's just I don't know. You got every defensive player that
Matter
I've
of fact,
heard
let
say
me
that.
show you something, Skywalker. Hold up. I was a Peyton Manning fan too.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning was my guy.
I've always liked Peyton Manning over Brady. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he's ever had on defense at one point in time was Dwight Freeney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And Robert Mathis.
he had Robert Matthews. I was just
Yeah,
about to say he had
but
Robert
them are the
Matthews
only
too.
two. But see, look, but you had but see, that's why people say, oh, this and that, right? When you get a whole lot of like just say not like a little bit above average players on the team, right? They can
Right.
make a whole team way better. Great. They can make it a great team. You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
why I like what Brady did. He took less for he could spread out to go get them average, above average players to make the team great. You know what I mean? You already got
Well,
him on the
not
team. You already had
you,
Gronk on the team.
but
But
that came later though. The first three Patriots Super Bowl teams, it wasn't New England's offense that put them over the top. It was their defense. There
I
are
know
four
that.
Hall of Famers on that defense.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know in his earlier career. Well, I guess
Yeah,
they didn't
that's
have
what
to
I'm
pay him.
saying. His first three Super
No,
Bowls, it was the
listen,
defense that carried them, not so much
BD.
Tom Brady.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is about the pay. You know what I mean? I don't know how he was in his earlier career, which I think he was always like that. He took less pay to put better talent around him, right? But
Right. Well,
that's what I,
New England didn't never want to pay people anyway, though. So like
yeah. But you know,
Robert Kraft
everybody
wasn't
knows,
trying to pay people like that.
yeah, everybody knows Robert Kraft would have paid him. You know what I mean? Everybody
Well,
knows that.
he'd have paid Brady, yeah, but he wasn't
That's what
trying
I'm
to pay,
saying.
the people around Brady, is what I'm saying.
Yes, but what I'm saying, BD, is he would have paid Brady if Brady asked for it. But Brady asked whatever. He might have told him to spread it around. That's what I'm saying. You feel
Right.
me? So in the earlier years, I don't know if he said that, but I know in his later years or in mid to later years, that's when I knew that Brady used to always he never wanted to take a high pay. He always used to take a less pay so he can get the better talent around. You know what I mean? And and damn near all of his Super Bowls, he had a top five, at least five defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Peyton
New
Manning
England
never
always
had that.
had. Well,
Peyton
he
Manning
did
never
put
had that.
his two Super Bowls.
Two
He had a defense.
two
Both
Super
the
Bowls.
Super Bowls that he
Two
went to,
Super
that
Bowls.
Denver defense was crazy.
Yes, yes, two Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Out
Yeah.
of all his years, he was playing. Them were the only
Yeah,
two good defense that he had. You know what I mean?
yeah. But
That's all
remember,
I'm saying.
he went to 2 Super Bowls when he played on Denver. Remember that first Super Bowl,
Yeah,
Seattle smacked them,
yeah, they lost,
like
and then
smacked them.
then they turned around and they won because of defense.
Right.
Yeah, it was the defense that won that game.
Hmm.
Peyton Manning was already messed up at the time.
Yeah, he was already like his neck was already like yeah. He wasn't the same Peyton Manning that he was on the Colts. That's for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, I could take Peyton Manning for a GOAT. Like you could make a very good case for Peyton Manning. But for everybody that's in the chat, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App if you want. We here. I would love to hear your opinions on who's y'all GOAT, but y'all got to come up on the panel and make your case though. I can't read just every single comment. So if you got a case, come up here and make it. I don't bite, man. I know I'm big dog, but I ain't gonna bite you, bro.
he
I
got
would
some
love to
trash
hear.
ass football team though.
Look, don't get put in the back, Skywalker. I'm trying to be nice here. We not gonna have no giant slander. You see, as much as I hate the Cowboys, I ain't slandered them.
We got the baby giants over here. They ain't even the
Yeah,
little giants. They're the baby giants.
the baby giant. See, here we
Mhm.
know what, Skywalker. I'm
The
not gonna
little,
even do this to you.
we got the little apples.
Because we're gonna beat the Cowboys this year. Our time is coming. We actually got a quarterback this year, so we're gonna beat the Cowboys this year because Russell Wilson, even an old Russell Wilson, is better than Dak. I'm just saying. But yeah, yeah,
I'm just going off
the
what I
link,
see.
the link in the chat, y'all. If y'all want to come up and make y'all case, y'all more than welcome. Bob, I would love to hear what you got to say because I know you another Cowboy uh person.
Bob is a golfer.
Right. His GOAT Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that's his twin.
Yeah, he couldn't. Bob is a mess. But I would love to hear somebody make another case for somebody else. So right now I got a vote for Peyton Manning for GOAT.
Everybody gonna come up here and say, everybody gonna come up here and say, Tom Brady. I don't even know why
Uh,
you even
I
having
know
it.
no, because
You
everybody's
might
not
got some
gonna
crazy,
say
you might
Tom
got some,
Brady.
you might got some crazy people like me come up here and say, Peyton Manning or someone else, but
Nah, Peyton Manning is not a crazy pick though. Yeah, Peyton Manning is not a crazy pick. Now I could have seen if you said somebody like who I want to say like a Emmett Smith or a Bo Jackson or something like that. You can't really make a GOAT case for them. Well, maybe Emmett Smith, but definitely not Bo Jackson. But guys, the link in the chat for anybody who want to come up and make their case for who their GOAT is. I would love to hear other opinions because I know I'm gonna get a lot of Tom Brady and I'm expecting that. But there's gonna be other folks. There are other folks that you can make a case for. You know, like I got a few in mind that you could make a case for. Let's see, Walter Payton, Jerry Rice, Montana, Dion, LT. We could even go as far back as Mean Joe Green. You could make a case for Roger Starbuck if you want, because there's a case for him too. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people you could make a case for, a GOAT case for. I mean, we want to go all the way back. You could make a case for Otto Graham, Johnny Unitas, all around GOAT, all around. Just whoever you feel like made the most impact on the game as the GOAT. I would love to hear your opinion. I'm gonna tally it up, and then I'm gonna make my case for who I think the GOAT is. When after I hear everybody else, but I got to hear everybody else's case first before I make mine. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat again. And Bob, you don't got to be scared. I'm pretty sure Mrs. Bob don't mind. She could come and make a case too. That'd be awesome. But yeah, there are plenty of football players out here that were really great and that you could make a case for. And offensive lineman, to Imperious point, to your point, Imperious, offensive lineman, it's people, it makes what's the word I'm looking for? Because they do such a dirty job, it's kind of hard to make a case for offensive linemen because they don't score points. But to your point, Anthony Munoz was one of the greatest offensive linemen ever, like ever. I mean, but Brady beat Mahomes when it mattered. Bob, I'm just saying. As great as Mahomes is, and Mahomes is great, he's the best player in the league right now. But Brady did beat him when it mattered. But yeah, I already know there's going to be a lot of Tom Brady's cases for Tom Brady because Tom Brady is he can make you can make a case for Tom Brady because it's easy. The man has 7 rings in all of the quarterback records, so it is kind of easy to make a case for Tom Brady. Like it's easy to make a case for Jerry Rice too. Because Jerry Rice, by far and away, has all the receiving records, most receptions, most yards, most touchdowns. So it's easy to make a case for Jerry Rice. But, the Peyton Manning thing, I can't argue a Peyton Manning GOAT because Peyton Manning was that guy. You know what I mean? Like he's the sheriff for a reason. I have the man jersey for a reason. Like Peyton Manning really was that guy. You could make a case for Dion too. Like Dion cut off half the field from you. You couldn't even throw in Dion direction, not prime Dion. Like prime Deion Sanders, you couldn't even throw in his direction. Like another case that you could make is Reggie White. Like you could definitely make a GOAT case for Reggie White. You could make a GOAT case for Bruce Smith. Even though Bruce Smith ain't never won anything, but the man has 200 sacks. Just think about that. The man has 200 sacks. Ed Reed, I don't think you could make a case for Ed Reed. Now, is Ed Reed one of the GOATs of his position? Yeah. But I don't know if you could make a GOAT case for Ed Reed. That might be kind of hard. I would love to hear you, Nas, make a GOAT case for Ed Reed. The link in the chat. Yeah, the link in the chat. You could make, if I would love. No, you don't. It's all perspective, Bob. I'm not comparing positions. Like you can't compare quarterback to a running back or running back to a wide receiver, right? So that's not the case I'm trying to make. The case I'm trying to make is who changed the game. Not only if winning matters, right? But in my opinion, changing the game matters. And being the GOAT, and you could be at any position to change the game, right? So it's not about comparing positions. It's more about how you impacted the game. Like I could make a GOAT case for Marshall Faulk. Because Marshall Faulk changed the game. He changed the running back position. Like, even though he wasn't the first to be like the dual threat running back, Roger Craig was, but Marshall Faulk took that and he took it to a whole nother level. Like Marshall Faulk, you could split Marshall Faulk out wide. Marshall Faulk could run routes like a wide receiver. You understand what I'm saying? That greatest show on turf, that Rams offense was crazy. And it was crazy because it had Marshall Faulk. So you can make a case. It's not about positions. You understand what I'm saying? It's more about impact and did you win? Nah, that's not true, Bob. That's not true. I mean, you could make that case on the offensive side of the ball, but you have defenders who've made just as much an impact without having the ball. And I think that's much harder to do, to impact the game when you don't have the football in your hands 80, 90% of the time. Like I go back to Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders didn't have the football in his hands 80, 90% of the time like a quarterback, but he completely changed the game. Yeah, listen, Aaron Donald, you could make a case for Aaron Donald. Hell, you could make a case for JT, what's his name? Watt, JJ Watt. You could make a case for him too. Yeah, Ronnie Lott. Yeah, Ronnie Lott was. Now, if you want to make a GOAT case for a safety, he's the guy you would make that case for. But again, guys, I can't make cases for y'all in the comments. I need y'all to come up here and make your own case. Well, Dion did change the game, how it was played. Rod Woodson, he was a great player, but I can't put him in a GOAT conversation. Yeah, I can't put Rod Woodson in a GOAT conversation because he only got one chip. So, like, he was a great player, but he didn't change anything. Like, I'm surprised that nobody mentioned Ray Lewis. Like, Ray Lewis changed the position middle linebacker. He changed how middle linebacker is played, which is really hard to do considering all of the great middle linebackers that came before him, the Buckuses, the Singletaries, the Urlachers, the Jack Lamberts of the world. So for Ray Lewis to come and change how the position is played, you could make a GOAT case for Ray Lewis. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, not only just did you win, but how much change did you affect? And is that effect still relevant today? So again, I would love to hear you guys opinion on this. I can't read every comment. So if you have a case and you have a player, the link in the chat is also pinned to the top of the chat. Come make your case. I'm here for it. And I'll make my case after I hear everybody else's case. So Wolfpack, what's going on with you, brother? So this show is about the NFL GOAT and who is your NFL GOAT. I'm not going to bother y'all to like cam up and all that stuff. You understand? Pretty much everybody in the chat I know. So, you want to come up here and make a case, you more than welcome. Like, sub, share, hit the Cash App if you want to. And we here, man. We here. I got like another hour. So I'm here for it. Come make your case. Again, the link is at the top of the chat. It's also inside the chat. Y'all all welcome to come up here and make your case why you pick who you pick. I figure, I would get a lot of Tom Brady, a lot of Jerry Rice, because they just statistically more dominant than everybody else. But stats is just an outlier. Because you got guys who you could make a case for who don't have the statistical acumen of some other players who do. Like the person who owns the most interceptions in NFL history, you never hear about him ever. Most people don't even know who leads the NFL all time in interceptions. I bet you none of y'all know who leads the NFL all time interceptions without Googling it. Right? Because we think of Dion, we think of Charles Woodson, we think of Rod Woodson, we think of Ed Reed, right? Ronnie Lott. But the person who owns the NFL record for interceptions, his name is Paul Krause. And he played for the Minnesota Vikings. And that man has 82 interceptions. Think about that. 82 interceptions. But he's never in nobody's GOAT conversation. With 82 interceptions, though. So statistics can definitely be an outlier. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. If y'all got a case y'all want to make, come make the case. Well, he played in the 70s. I don't know how old y'all are. I'm in my 50s, so I caught the tail end of Paul Krause as a little kid. He played for the Minnesota Vikings, the famous purple people eaters. And LG, how you doing, mama? I'm glad to see all y'all come up in here though. Like I really appreciate that. Just to see all of y'all in here. But again, like the channel, sub the channel, share the video if you want to. The Cash App at the bottom of the screen. I could definitely use the help because I need a new laptop, man. This laptop not doing it. I done tried to defrag this thing and all type of stuff, and it ain't working. All right, Pearl, thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you. But yeah, I want to hear the cases. Like I can't read them in the chat. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen, bro. On the ticker. Anything's appreciated, man. $1, 50 cents, whatever y'all can send to help a brother out. I'm just trying to grow my channel, man. So y'all want to help a brother out? Y'all more than welcome. But yeah, I want to hear y'all cases and like what y'all think. I could talk all day, but I'm really trying to save my GOAT case for last. All right, I appreciate you, Pearl. I can't read it right this second because I'm on my phone. Once I get this like computer up and running, I'm gonna mess with it some more today. I'm probably gonna try to defrag it and see what's up with it, because like it be freezing, and it shouldn't be freezing like that, because it's not an old laptop. You know what I mean? It's like 2 years old, 3 years old. So we gonna see. Maybe I just got too much stuff in it. So I'm gonna go into and try to defrag it so I don't have to be using my phone to go live, because I know it's much better to do it like on the computer. But I'm working on it, y'all. Like I said, I never thought in a million years I would be a YouTuber, or I would attempt to be a YouTuber. Like this was never in my plans. So give me a little bit of grace on that part, because this is not something I thought I would be doing. And just to show off, here's another dude you could make a GOAT case for. This guy right here. And I'm not a Kansas City fan like that, but this guy right here, he was a monster. And for those who don't know who this person is, his name was Derek Thomas. We lost Derek Thomas a long time ago, but Derek Thomas was like the closest thing to Lawrence Taylor I've ever seen. But that's another story. And yeah, I'm a Giant fan, but I root for the Chiefs too, because I'm not going to lie, I like Mahomes. Mahomes is my favorite player playing right now. Yeah, Derek Thomas was a beast. He sure the fuck was. Yeah, Derek Thomas was that guy. He just had the misfortune on playing on really bad Kansas City teams. And the couple of teams that did make the playoffs, they could never get out the wild card round. You know, Derek Thomas had 7 sacks in a game, and they lost that game. So, you know, sometimes like I was just trying to tell Skywalker, you know, sometimes stats are an outlier. You know what I mean? Like, statistics don't always mean greatness. Like I mentioned before, there's a guy out here with 82 interceptions that nobody talks about ever. But yet the man has 82 interceptions. And nobody's ever going to come close to that. That's the kicker. Like, nobody's ever going to come close to 82 interceptions, even though the NFL now is more pass-based than it is run-based. Like, the time that Paul Krause was playing in the 70s, it was a running league. People weren't throwing the ball like that. So for him to amass 82 interceptions, you understand what I'm saying? When they weren't throwing the ball like that is crazy work to me. So, Tom Brady's your GOAT questions. I would love for you to come up here and make that case. So, the link is in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. For anybody who want to come up and make their GOAT case, I'm here for it, man. I want to hear everybody else's case before I make my case. Yeah, that was Skywalker's assess. Troy Aikman, his favorite player, but Eli Manning is his GOAT. I mean, not Eli Manning. That's the Giant fan in me. Sorry. Peyton Manning is his GOAT. But if you got a GOAT case for Tom Brady, I would love to hear why you think Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm here for it. And, you know, y'all could like, y'all could share, y'all could sub, you know, y'all could hit the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. All that's appreciated, man. I can't read y'all Cash Apps if y'all do send them right now because I'm on my phone, my computer acting silly. So I'm going to have to like work on that. Now, you know damn well Brandon Ayuk ain't nobody GOAT, Wolfpack. You don't knock it off. Brandon Ayuk, that's funny. That's like trying to make a GOAT case for Brock Purdy. Now, I listen, but questions not for nothing. You could make a GOAT case for Troy Aikman. The man got 3 rings. Drew Brees. Now, was Drew Brees a great quarterback? Yes. But there are too many other quarterbacks I could put in front of Drew Brees for me to make a GOAT case for Drew Brees. And this is not saying that Drew Brees wasn't a great quarterback, because he was. But there's just too many other guys I could put in front of him for me to like make a case for Drew Brees. Like, that would be if you could make a case for Drew Brees, I would absolutely love to hear that. That would be very, very intriguing to me. Because Drew Brees did have all the quarterback records before. When he retired, he did leave as the NFL all-time leader in passing yards. So, well, yeah, I mean, if we want to go by position, okay, I'm gonna break it down for you since it's just me up here. We want to go by position. Here's my GOAT for every position, just personally. If my GOAT quarterback is Joe Montana, my GOAT running back is Walter Payton. My GOAT wide receiver is Jerry Rice. My GOAT tight end is Rob Gronkowski. My GOAT offensive lineman would be Anthony Munoz. My GOAT defensive tackle would be Reggie White. My GOAT defensive end would be Bruce Smith. My GOAT outside linebacker would be Lawrence Taylor. My GOAT middle linebacker would be Ray Lewis. My GOAT cornerback would be Deion Sanders. My GOAT strong safety would be Ronnie Lott. And my GOAT free safety would be Ed Reed. But that's just me. If we're gonna go by, if we doing position wise, now I done named you my GOATs for the per position. If y'all want to debate that, we can. I'm here for it, especially the quarterback stuff. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack. Well, how are you gonna put Montana before Brady? Man, cause Montana was just a cool motherfucker, man. Real talk, like Joe Montana, like running that, y'all gotta understand. And this is getting into the weeds, the X's and O's and all that. Running the West Coast offense is hard, bro. Like the West Coast offense is not an easy thing. Everything is based on timing and footwork. Like that's not an easy offense to run. It's not just dropping back and throwing the football. The West Coast offense don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all timing. And Joe Montana, his footwork, how he moved inside the pocket, like he knew when to step up, when to straddle the line of scrimmage, when to just stay put, and like throwing the ball. Like Joe Montana never threw the ball to a receiver. He always threw the ball to a spot. And the receiver would just be open because of the way the offense was designed. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it worked so well. And Montana made it look so easy. He just made it look easy. It like you seen Tom Brady, as great as Tom Brady is, and I'm not going to deny that he's not great. He is. But Tom Brady Achilles heel is that if you rush Tom Brady up the middle where he couldn't step up, you took away a lot of Tom Brady's game. Like Tom Brady, he was wonderful at beating blitzes when it came to rushing from the outside. But if you rush Tom Brady, if you got pressure on Tom Brady coming up the middle, you put Tom Brady in a bad spot because he couldn't really run. And Tom Brady wasn't one to like straddle the pocket and all that stuff. So like Tom Brady was a statue. He had to be in a certain spot. And when you move Brady off his spot, he wasn't as effective as he was on his spot. Whereas a guy like Montana, you move him off his spot, he could still make plays. Like I'm surprised nobody mentioned Aaron Rodgers for a GOAT quarterback. Cause Aaron Rodgers, man, the man got 4 MVPs and a chip. So like I'm really surprised that I haven't heard anybody mention Aaron Rodgers for a GOAT. I'm surprised nobody mentioned Barry Sanders to Nas' point for a GOAT. You know, now the only reason why I pick Walter Payton over Barry Sanders because Walter Payton was like as great as Barry Sanders was, and as hard to like tackle as Barry Sanders was because he was so elusive. Walter Payton was just as elusive, and Walter Payton could run you over. That was like Barry Sanders wasn't gonna truck you. He was gonna shake the shit out of you and make you look silly, but he wasn't just gonna run over you. Like Walter Payton could shake the shit out of you and put his shoulder down and run through you. That's why I got to go with Walter Payton. Steve Young was a great quarterback. Great Brent Favre was a great quarterback too. But for my money, give me Joe Montana. If I had to pick a quarterback and my life's on the line in their primes to win me a game, I'm going with Joe Montana. Listen, you could make a case for OJ too in terms of GOAT running backs. Maybe not overall GOAT, but definitely for a GOAT running back. OJ Simpson is in that conversation. Despite how people may feel about OJ and his personal life, what he did on the football field was amazing. The man ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games. Just let that sink in for a second. When OJ played football, the NFL season was only 14 games, and the man ran for 2,000 yards. So y'all do the math. 14 divided by 2,000 divided by 14. Questions? Good afternoon to you, Mama.
Good afternoon, VD. Give me one
How
sec.
are you?
I am doing well. Happy Sunday.
Oh yeah, for real. We in here. Tell me who's your GOAT? Questions to ponder. I know you a Cowboy fan, even though I hate the Cowboys.
Well, you
I'm
need to
not gonna
stop
lie
all
to you.
that negative Cowboys talk. You remember the 90s.
Hey man,
You
look, I'm a
remember the
Cowboy
90s.
hater. It's always gonna be fuck Dallas for me. Always. But if you have a GOAT, please let me know. Who would be your GOAT? Questions.
Mr. Acme Brick himself, Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman?
Anyone like the whole Acme Brick thing? What is that? If you know, you know. But definitely Aikman. And and BD. That was a much different league. When I think about it now, Brady had a lot of support. Brady played in
Of
an
course he
incredible.
did.
But,
He did.
back then, 80s, 90s, I do remember, with Mr. Staubach, watching, like, old reels with my dad, and
Right.
Mr. Staubach would sometimes play them, like, when we would have practice, he would, like, come in and, like, talk about it, like, old reels, reliving the good old days. But when I think back then to now, especially Brady, like in late 2000s, early 2010s, that's a very, very different league. And I'm just speaking as a spectator. I can't play football. That's not allowed.
Right. Right.
So just as someone watching from afar, it's just very, very different. And you all are not allowed to tackle anymore. I'm
No,
one.
which sucks. I don't like that part. Like they the way they trying to curb people from getting hit. Like football is meant to be violent. Like you know what you're getting into when you
It's
when
a
you step on
gladiator
that
sport.
field.
Yep, that's true. And just the level, Aikman's success with Jimmy's team, that was Jimmy Johnson's team.
It was. He built it.
He built the team. You see what the success they had in the 90s led the way to Jerry being able to profit the franchise the way he has because they are the number
Absolutely.
one team by far. They are the number one sports club by valuation by far. Now
Oh
it's
yeah.
at 10 billion.
Yeah.
10
Yeah,
billion.
and it's not close. Maybe the Lakers might be like right under the Cowboys, but
A little
in
bit.
terms of
There's just
evaluation, yeah, the Cowboys by far, like other than the Lakers, like the Cowboys. Oh, and let's not leave out the New York Yankees because the New York Yankees would be really expensive too. But other than the Lakers and the Yankees, yeah, the Cowboys in terms of worth and value, yeah,
let's do
definitely in the NFL though.
definitely
They're
in the end.
definitely the most expensive team in the NFL by far, and it's not close.
Not even close. I just want to do a quick rundown for everyone. Friendly reminder, Troy Aikman is a prominent figure in the Dallas Cowboys, particularly in the 90s. Super Bowl victories, Aikman led the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowl championships, 92, 93, and 95, solidifying the Cowboys as the team of the decade. During this time, the Cowboys won 6 NFC East titles and appeared in 4 NFC championship games. Aikman, of course, is one of only 4 quarterbacks to win 3 Super Bowls, amongst those being your GOAT, Joe Montana, and of course,
Mhm.
Terry Bradshaw. When I think Terry Bradshaw, I think of him as the commentator, and I always
Right.
enjoy listening to him with my dad.
Because people don't remember, a lot of us weren't, I caught the tail end of Terry Bradshaw as a little
Yeah,
kid. By the time I seen Terry Bradshaw, Roger Staubach, they were already old. Like
yeah.
Roger Staubach retired in 1980. Bradshaw retired in 82. I was still a little kid back then. So I caught the tail end of them. I
And
didn't get
just,
to really watch them in their primes.
and just to let you know, BD, Mr. Staubach retired to basically coach basketball.
Really? I didn't know that he
well,
was into basketball like that in the
more
first place. I know he
more
was a naval,
personally
he's from the Naval Academy.
yes, he is, sir. Yes, he is. And more of like, I should say support and kind of just showing up. It was just he's awesome. Mr. Staubach is amazing and very support and very pro women's sports, by the way, if I may share.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
he
very
is.
pro
I,
women's
I I
sports
read an article about that. Like Roger Starbuck is very heavy into women's sports.
because his
Especially
granddaughter is a hell of a
he's one
player.
he's one of the people who first put the idea of women's flag football out there.
Yes, he
So
did. And I played that too. We did Powerpuff. I was a little aggressive, I got in there. So he was always supporting so many events, athletic events. His granddaughter's an amazing basketball player. She was point guard. So he's very, very, very pro women's sports, just like uplifting women. Like he's like I guess like a girl
a
dad and
girl dad,
a
yeah,
girl
like
man
Kobe,
like
yeah.
Kobe, just like Kobe. And also for Aikman, postseason performer, he earned the MVP award in Super Bowl 20, what is that, 5-7, and delivered strong postseason performances throughout his career. And of course, he's also in the Hall of Fame. I love Aikman. He's amazing. Just everybody, like, you don't even need to understand football to respect the type of man that he is, like quiet strength and a leader. And it's a
Well,
very,
here's the
and
thing about those Cowboy teams, though. A lot of people, they offense get all the credit, but they had a really fucking good defense. Ponder that
really,
defense had Charles Haley, Darren Woodson, Leon Lett, Deion Sanders. Like they had a
Dion.
stacked defense. Those teams weren't just all triplets. That defense was rough.
And a friendly reminder, didn't Terry play football in Florida? Or
Who?
he played Terry Bradshaw. I forgot. God,
Yes,
I you would know, BG. Didn't he play in Florida in college?
college.
He played college, yeah. There we go. I know my memory served me right. So like just and I do remember seeing Aikman and Terry Bradshaw talking. They were really, really cool, like laughing, like like little details. I just like just seeing how these men moved. And of
Well,
course,
here's
just
the thing about Bradshaw. Like, people don't never try to make a GOAT case for Bradshaw, even though the man has 4 Super Bowl rings, because his defense was so freaking phenomenal. Like, people focus on the steel curtain and forget that Bradshaw was the one throwing the touchdown passes to Lynn Swan and John Stallworth. But nobody ever makes a GOAT case for Terry Bradshaw. Nobody.
why do you
It's
think that?
it's weird.
Because his defense was weak?
But no, because the defense
I
was so
never hear
potent.
any of you talk about him at all.
No, nobody ever talks about the Terry Bradshaw as a GOAT, in a GOAT conversation, because he had the misfortune of having such a great defense. His defense was so great that, people, it overshadowed everything he did on the offensive side of the ball, because the steel curtain was just that damn good.
Oh,
You got to understand, there's 6 Hall of Famers. There's only 11 people on a defense, right? And 6 of those guys are Hall of Famers off that defense. There's 6 Hall of Famers off that defense. 6 out the 11.
I wanted to share something with you, BD. I think you've seen this. That Frontline documentary specific to CTE. When I saw that, it made me think that Troy Aikman basically crawled so that you would have people like Brady and also Romo. I had to throw in the Cowboys, so bring in Tony Romo. So
Uh,
that Andy Dalton.
Romo a bum. Romo a
Oh,
bum. Don't put him
okay.
in the same sentence as Brady and Aikman.
I
Don't
know.
do that.
I don't want to put him in the GOAT conversation. I just want to put
No,
him in
don't even put him in the same sentences like
there.
as them. Like Romo was a bum.
BD Cold World. That's Cold World.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's a bum. Tony Romo was a bum. Now, did he have great regular season? Sure, but so did Dak, right? Dak led the league in passing one year. So, like, what you do in the regular season, but you got to do it when it matters, in my opinion. At least Aikman did it when it mattered in the playoffs. Like, Romo's a bum. Don't ever put him in the same breath as a Aikman uh yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't.
As Aikman and Brady. If you
Yeah,
look in the
don't do.
box chat, I put the link to that CTE documentary when Aikman, I forgot the game. I think you remember the game. Aikman was pulled out. And a lot of people don't know that he had such a severe concussion
Right.
And at that time, his manager was his sports manager was Jerry Maguire, like the real Jerry Maguire. And he was actually interviewed when he spoke to Aikman and that level of concussion that Aikman went through. He basically, I think it's called like missing time, where Aikman was basically repeating the day's events as if it was happening in real time.
Right.
So I just bring that up because when I brought up a different league and now these players are no longer able to tackle, it kind of goes back to this, that liability now that we're seeing with CTE and what some of those players back in the 80s and 90s what they went through. And
Yeah.
I saw one thing like Aikman, like the last event that I went to, and Troy Aikman was a presenter. His walking, he can't like run like he used to. Like those knees are still still struggling. And like also light sensitivity, being very, very careful not to be in bright light, not to be in the sun. And a lot of that has to do just with football.
Right. Well, Troy Aikman took a pounding. I'm not gonna lie. He took a lot of punishment, especially early in his career when the Cowboys were 1-15 and 3-13. He took a pounding his first couple of years. He really did.
And now we don't see that anymore. So that's kind of what I was thinking. What Troy Aikman went through basically kind of led the way that Brady is still lucid and Brady doesn't have these level of injuries like the players from the 80s and the 90s are going through. I mean, and you heard what's going on with Dion now.
Right.
He's still having health issues. And I was actually speaking to my mother, and she does believe like these are just residual injuries. Like this is a really, really hard sport. Oh yeah, I just want to just share that with you. Of course, be careful with copyright. But this was really fantastic. And it was Jerry Maguire who went ahead and gave that interview speaking as to what he
Well, if I get a copyright, I'll just edit it out, but we could play it.
oh, that'd
See
be great.
what it's about.
Yeah, this would be great.
Can you hear it?
I don't think, are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing it. Can you hear it though?
No, I don't hear anything.
Hold up. Hmm. Oh, that sucks. It's because I'm doing the stream on my phone, but I got on the computer. Hold up. I thought I just heard it. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a new laptop, man. I could share the screen, but I can't get no sound.
Definitely watch it when you have time. You'll be very interested. You'll be very interested because after learning about CTE and then finally figuring out these differences, the NFL has had huge payouts. They're still paying out to this till this day. And I mean, like you mentioned, I mean, like you confirmed, it is a different NFL. Like we
Yeah,
all know, the NFL is its own organization, and these teams play in the NFL. And the NFL has very, very strict rules, policy, requirements for these teams and these owners. Now that the NFL has taken this liability specific to CTE, we are seeing different plays now. It's not
right.
as much a gladiator sport. I mean, it's still enjoyable to watch. It's still a game of strategy, but these 80s, 90s players took a beating, and I just
They did.
seen they did. Michael
Like,
Irvin.
if you ever heard of Jim McMahon, he used to play quarterback for the Bears. Like, he's sound punch drunk now. He took
Oh,
so much of a ass whooping. If you remember the '85 Bears, he was their quarterback. And like, he sound horrible now, 25 years later. Like, some of these guys are really getting beat up really bad.
oh, wow. Well, I just wanted to come up and share that. I'll go ahead and drop.
Yeah.
Just wanted to share that. Thanks,
Thank you.
PD.
So I got a vote for Peyton Manning and a vote for Troy Aikman.
Yeah, Peyton, definitely GOAT family, Peyton and Eli. That family has contributed so much to the NFL.
Yeah, the Mannings are the NFL.
Yeah. And it's
Because
three
the
brothers,
son
actually.
gonna come out this year too after he play his little 1 year in Texas, and he probably will get to the playoffs. I don't know if he's gonna win a national title, but Texas is definitely gonna be in the playoff in college. So and Arch Manning will definitely be a lottery pick for sure. I have no reservations that he's not going to be a lottery pick. So we
Can I
will
ask
definitely see.
can I ask you a quick question? Speaking about sons, Emmett Smith's son, he's playing for A&M. What do you think about him and
Uh,
his prospects for professional?
I'll know when this college season starts up, and I actually get to actually watch him because he's be as though A&M is in the SEC. They get a lot of airtime. All SEC teams get a lot of TV time, so we'll get to see a lot of him this year and see, what he made of. Because you remember Barry Sanders had a son too that played for Stanford, and he never really amounted to nothing. So, and football is not like basketball in that sense. Usually, the father's always better than the son in football.
Really, real. I didn't. Oh, I didn't know that. I never thought about that. This will be interesting. So I'll definitely. I want to hear what you have to say about EJ.
Yeah,
Like,
I got to give him a good look. I can't sit here and tell you that I've actually got to really look at him yet, but
so
I'm pretty
from
sure I will.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we have Dion's son. So Dion and Emmett Smith, both from the '90s Cowboys. Both of their sons are now playing. So Dion should was his son Shador, and now Emmett Smith's son is coming up with the
Well,
Aggies.
Dion got two sons, Shiloh on Tampa,
Yeah,
Shador
Shiloh's
on Cleveland. So we're gonna see. Hopefully his sons get some reps, especially Shiloh. Like I don't see Shiloh getting a whole bunch of reps unless Tampa have injuries in their secondary. But Shador, on the other hand, I predict that Shador by week 4 will be a starter because Joe Flacco is old and Deshaun Watson got too many off the field issues. So, and plus the Browns, they want to keep Myles Garrett. So for them to keep Myles Garrett happy, they're going to have to, do something with the quarterback. And I think Shador probably going to be starting by week 4. I give
We're
it to about week 4 before they throw Shador in there.
gonna make it
Because,
Cowboys.
jersey sales mean something. And all the pre-order jersey sales for Shador Sanders are sold out already. And he hasn't had a snap yet. So just off that, the public pressure is going to force them to put Shador in the game. So I give it to about week 4 before you see Shador start.
Oh, I am so excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I give it to about week 4.
Because you never hear about these sons, and now to have the '90s Cowboys, their sons now playing. And what you just said, this is not like basketball. This isn't like LeBron and Bronny Jr. Well, I want to hear what
Right.
you have to say. Okay, I'll go ahead and drop down. Definitely watch
All right.
that link. We
Thank
have
you,
a
questions.
Thank you,
Thank you
BD.
for that.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Mama. Thank you. Well, so I got 2 votes. I got 1 for Troy Aikman and 1 for Peyton Manning. So we're gonna go Peyton Manning, Troy Aikman. So we got 2 votes so far. So I've heard 2 cases. I would like to hear a couple of more before I make my case about the GOAT. That's interesting. Live on a Sunday. That's a first. But yeah, I already done ran down my GOAT for every position. But I do have an overall GOAT. But I would really like to hear some more cases before I make my case about, the GOAT, in my opinion. But again, like, share, sub, The Cash App at the bottom of the screen for anybody who wanna, donate. I appreciate it because I could definitely use a new laptop around here. And you know what? He's my GOAT quarterback, Joe Essay. If you're talking about Joe Montana, yeah. And I know I get a lot of flack. Well, how's he better than Brady? How's he better than Brady? Brady owned all the records and this, that, and third. Listen, Montana 4-0 in the Super Bowl, bro. That's all I got to say. 4-0 in the Super Bowl. Can't argue 4-0. I mean, Brady played in more Super Bowls. He got a lifetime record of 7-3, right? Which is over 500. The man got 7 rings. I'm not taking that from him. The man got 7 rings. You can't. It's hard to argue 7 rings. I get that. But for my money, man, if like I said earlier, if my life on the line and I need a quarterback to win me a game with my life on the line, I'm going with Joe Montana. Yeah, Boomer Esiason was a good quarterback. Hell, Phil Simms was a good quarterback. Randall Cunningham was a good quarterback. Yeah, there's been a lot of good quarterbacks. Hell, Kenny Anderson, if you remember Kenny Anderson, who played for the Bengals, he was a good quarterback. I think Kenny Anderson is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Now, would I make a GOAT case for him? No. But my thing is, if you're going to put Dan Fouts, right, and you're going to put Dan Marino in the Hall of Fame, how you put those two guys and not put Kenny Anderson? Like how you put Dan Fouts and Dan Marino and not put Jim Plunkett, who won 2 Super Bowls, right? Like some of the Hall of Fame stuff, that's another conversation. Yeah, nobody mentioned Elway and Marino, not for a go quarterback. Elway didn't win his Super Bowls until he got Terrell Davis. So we're gonna see. This should be interesting.
BD,
Yo, Ert, what's good, bro?
it's your boy Ert. What's up, BD?
Not much. You got a case for a GOAT, Ert? Who's your
What
GOAT?
golden what? What sport?
Football, the NFL. Who's your NFL GOAT? That's what
Okay,
this show's about today.
okay. Who drew me into football? It was a man named Jerry Rice. Jerry
Jerry
Rice.
Rice.
I don't know if he's the goat or not, but when
Nah,
I was a kid,
it's whoever your GOAT. Who if you feel like he's a GOAT, just make a case for Jerry Rice. I'm not here to debate Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice. Look, Jerry Rice is Jerry Rice, man. Like he's easy to make a case for. But go ahead.
yeah, you throw him a 10 yard out, a 10 yard slant, and he's 80 yards to the house.
Yeah.
One handed catches was his specialty. His route running, he's the goat. He was the person that made me like football. Uh, and I can go back to '88, and I was only born in '83. I got
Right.
memories of him when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. So that's my goat. I've never seen. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, no, the floor yours, brother. I could listen to Jerry Rice stuff all day, so floor yours, my brother.
Yeah, it just well, I'm a San Francisco loyalist. I'm a 49er loyalist, right? But when he went to the Raiders, I still rooted for him, right? And him and was that Tim Brown
Tim Brown, yeah, they were together for a season,
for one season.
for
They went to
one
the Super Bowl.
season,
They went to
and
the
they
Super Bowl
went to
that,
the Super Bowl that year. They sure
and they
did.
both they both had over 1,000 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm.
That was, and I was like, man, this guy still got it. Because you know why we got rid of him, right?
No, I never knew why the San Francisco got rid of Jerry Rice. I never understood how that worked.
He tore his knee
Oh,
Monday night against the Denver Broncos, and back
oh,
then
okay,
tearing a ligament was major. We were going
right,
into the 2000s where surgery was getting better, but back then he was already a 4.5 runner. You get it?
right,
So we just didn't understand how important route running is. Like today,
yeah,
a person like Cooper Cup, He wouldn't have existed in the '90s.
No, no.
No, he wasn't physical and he wasn't fast. But nowadays we understand route running and the
Right.
concept of all that stuff. Jerry Rice was like the first one that exemplified that. But I don't want to be long
Well,
with it, man. Go ahead.
nah, you're not being long-winded. Looking, listen, Jerry Rice was a great, but I will disagree that he was like the greatest route runner. I think, and for my money, Steve Largent was the greatest route runner
No,
because
no,
unlike Jerry Rice, he didn't have the physical speed and he didn't have the size, but he always got open. Steve
what number?
Largent
What
always
number was
got
Steve
open.
Largent? What number was
He
Steve Largent?
he wore number 80 and he
It's
played for the
Steve Largent.
Seattle
That was the point that I
Seahawks.
was trying to make. Steve Largent, Jerry Rice. He probably that was probably somebody he looked at because I used to hear that name growing up. See, you're a little older than me, so Steve Largent was just a little bit before my time. Like
Right.
as far as like really understanding his greatness. But yeah,
Hmm.
everybody used to say Jerry Rice was the next Steve Largent. I remember hearing that. But
As a
yeah,
kid growing up,
as a kid, yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Some
Steve
old
Largent, in my opinion, was probably the best route runner football has ever seen. Considering he only ran a 4.7 and
mm,
he was under 6 feet and under 200 pounds, but
white
yet
boy
the
too.
man consistent, yeah, and a white boy, and
Mm-hmm,
he consistently got open.
mm-hmm,
You understand what I'm saying? And that
mm-hmm.
that that was his route because his route running was just so just over the top. Like he always got open. And it didn't matter who was guarding him. He still managed to get open, despite the fact that he was slower, shorter, weighed less than everybody he played against, but he still always got open. He was the first person to catch 100 touchdowns.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So yeah, he's the first wide receiver to catch 100 touchdowns.
Do
Steve
you know?
Largent.
See, people don't appreciate stats, right? Do you know
Hmm.
that? Do you know that a 8 touchdown season for a receiver is a milestone?
Yeah,
Yeah, one
yeah,
touchdown. Do you know how hard that is to do? Yeah, people
yeah.
like. Go ahead.
That's hard. It's hard. It's
And if
fucking
you do that
hard.
for 10 years, that's 80 touchdowns, right?
Yep.
But so now let's say who got the record? What's the record? It's crazy.
Uh, Jerry Rice has the record. He's at 156 touchdown receptions.
How many years he played? Did he play 15?
I think Jerry Rice played about 18,
Mm, okay, that's gonna be hard to
but
break
still 156 touchdown receptions. That's
for a wide
insane.
receiver.
Like
Yeah, that's
nobody's not
insane.
even nowhere close to that. Not
That
Randy
is insane.
Moss, not Terrell Owens. Like, yeah,
I don't.
what Jerry Rice did was incredible.
I
He
don't think
owns
it'll ever
every
be broken.
record.
I don't think it'll
Jerry
ever be
Rice
broken.
owns every single receiving record. And
Yeah,
and somebody might catch him on the touchdown tip just because of how football is played now, but nobody's ever catching the reception shit. Like
no,
the
no. I don't think.
catches,
I don't think.
nobody's ever catching that. I
I
don't
don't think
see it.
nobody will
Not in
catch
my
him.
lifetime.
I don't think nobody will catch him because there's too much money out there.
Right.
And you got he played in Bill Walsh's system for a long
Yes.
time, and then
Yeah, that West Coast offense wasn't
yeah,
no joke, man. That West Coast offense is hard to run. And Jerry Rice made it look easy. Like you said, the man would take a 5 yard slant 80 yards.
yeah. So I can agree with you on that, man. How the numbers turn out today? You looking good or what?
No, I'm cool. I got as high as 13 in terms of viewers.
You get
So
any
I'm okay.
subscribers?
I don't know. I can't check it yet because I'm on the stream. But when I get off of here, I'll see. But it's been a pretty decent turnout. I'm glad people came and chatted up in the comments or whatever. My comments been moving pretty good. So
That's what you want.
I've been very happy about this.
That's what you want, man. You want your comments moving. You want engagement. You feel me?
Yeah, that's all I ask for. I'm not really looking right now for like the trying to get paid and all that other stuff. I just want the engagement, and I've
Yeah.
had that today, so I'm pretty happy with that.
And you remember what I told you, man. You gotta do maybe do three videos in one day, but drop one after the other. Like not, I don't know. Whenever you got time, like today,
Yeah.
do do an NFL preview about. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, right?
No, I know. You just giving
I'm
me
saying,
suggestions.
yeah,
Don't worry.
like yeah.
Skywalker was giving me the same suggestion. Listen, I'm not that kind of guy that don't take suggestions. I mean, you guys done got monetized in a month. So I better take all y'all suggestions because obviously y'all know what y'all doing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that too, man. If it wasn't for you and everybody else out there, it wouldn't have happened. So it's not just us. But
Man, what are you talking about trash shit over here? What are you talking about?
fuck. Who is this? Excuse my
You
language.
know who it
Sorry, man.
is.
Sorry about that. Sorry
The
about
hell
that.
is he talking shit for over here? What is he talking about?
The cowgirls.
Hey, hold up, drop him for me. Put him to the back.
Ah,
Nah, I ain't like y'all, man. No, y'all gonna fight it out. I want war. I'm
hey,
not
what's up,
dropping
cow?
shit.
What's up, cowgirl?
I want war. Y'all can just fight it out. Matter of fact, I'll mute.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna ban both of y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all don't come back to the gospel about no motherfucking more. My bad, BD. No more, cause I'm gonna ban y'all's ass.
I'm gonna kick you out before
I'm
I.
taking you. I'm taking the keys away from you. I'm changing the keys. Know what I'm saying? The ignition is getting changed. BD, you ain't even gonna be able to come on the property no more. It's over
Hold on,
with.
hold on, hold on. You don't have that type of power.
You want
Right.
to
You
bet?
don't
You
got
want to
that
see?
type of power.
I want to
You,
see.
you want to see? I'll make them.
I
I'll
want to
make a
see.
call. Keep on. Keep on.
Cause
Y'all keep on then.
I would say I'll lock you out, but you'll climb the fence. You know how y'all do.
You can't lock me out. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Anyway,
I cut the fence down there or cut a hole in it, climb it,
anyway,
dig a
hey,
hole underneath it, whatever. We dig that, bro. You know we dig tunnels, right, to get here, right?
I know.
Okay, well just letting you know what you're working with. How about that?
Yo, Skywalker, you a fool for that. You dig tunnels, you on that Pablo Escobar shit? For real,
Hey man,
son?
hey, try to lock the gate. Try to lock the gate. Go underneath the gate.
Yo, I'm
Try to lock the
dead.
fence. Try to build a fence if you want to. I'm going
Hey,
underneath
hey,
it if I had
hey.
to.
The last time the 49ers played the Cowboys in the playoffs, what was the score?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
whooped y'all
smoke too
ass.
much.
No, we didn't whoop y'all ass, but
I smoke
you
too
know,
much.
huh?
I smoke too much.
When was the last time y'all beat it?
We
Anyway,
haven't beat nobody in a while, man. Just put it like that, man. God damn. We've only beat two teams in the last 30 years in the playoffs. The hell. Trash
That
bitches.
was the score, by the way, the last time the Cowboys and
Shut
the
up.
49ers played in the playoffs.
Shut
It
up.
was
I ain't
19
keep
to
track.
12.
It
Shut up.
was.
I'll
It was
kick you to the
actually
back.
yeah.
As soon as you know what, come up on stage, I'm gonna kick you. You get into the back. Both of you.
JS. You get a pass today. I'm gonna give you a pass today. Karaoke night, by the way.
Yeah,
You get a pass.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm always geeked for karaoke night with y'all guys. Like karaoke
Hey,
night, the last one, I enjoyed myself so much. I smoked so much weed that night.
can I tell you my favorite moment,
Man,
BD? I'm not lying. Everybody else sung good, but to see the look on your face when you were singing that Tupac, you were smiling while singing it, and every word was like, I was like, bro, I swear that was my favorite moment. Watch seeing you smile, I was like, oh man, they love this shit. This is
yeah,
great,
the
man.
karaoke thing with that was really awesome to me. I hope tonight's karaoke is similar to the
The
other
first one.
karaoke. And God forbid if Bill do that, no Vaseline,
Oh
I'm gonna
fuck.
be on the floor. I'm not gonna hold you. If he do that, that's gonna end me. I'm not going to hold you.
He's
That's
gonna
gonna
say the N.
end me if he pull that off. I'm gonna be dead.
You know, Bill. He's gonna try. He's gonna use the N word though. But
No, I'm saying, but my thing is, it's karaoke. It's not his
right,
words. It's the song.
it's
So
the
I
Yeah,
don't
but
want to hear
y'all
hear that.
y'all
Oh, you're offending me. Oh,
hey,
you can't. I don't want to listen. That
y'all
I
don't
don't want to
remember
listen to.
y'all don't remember how that one girl got blasted for singing the Kanye West song? It's the
and
same
Kendrick
thing.
Lamar. Yeah,
It's the same thing. So it's not about us, it's about what everybody else thinks is season.
but
I
but
don't
but
care, me personally.
sir, you did it. Many
I didn't
men
say nothing.
wish death upon me.
Show
Blood in my
me,
eyes, homie, I can't
listen,
see. Cause niggas
listen,
trying to take my life away.
show my face online doing that. That's what you do.
We were there, sir.
Did you see my face? Did you see my lips move and say that?
No.
All right then.
All
Case over with.
That's all
None.
that matter, right?
That's all
And
that matters.
no case, no
we don't
case,
gotta be
no
we
case,
don't
no
gotta
case.
be cammed up though to do the karaoke, right? We don't have to be on camera per se.
But I
Yes.
don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Because I guess not. No, no, you don't.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, well.
BD must be
Well,
cammed up.
Oh,
well,
BD must be cammed up.
I'm
But
more interested. I'm more interested to watch the ladies sing. To be honest with you,
yeah, you got to cam up. You got to cam up.
yeah, I want to see the ladies, and I want to see Primo again too, because Primo actually could sing.
Yeah.
Like he could really sing. So
Jay Brook,
I
Jay Book
and
too.
Jay, yeah, Jay Book,
Shit,
yeah,
tough
Jay
guy might
Book.
be mean too now. While y'all bushing, tough guy
Tough
might be
guy.
better than all of them.
You know who else might surprise y'all? The
Who?
dude,
Who?
Young Riaz.
Okay.
No. He
Okay.
might come
Because
out and sound.
of how his voice, the cadence of his
He might.
voice, and how light it is, he
Yeah,
probably got a really nice singing
that's
voice.
true. That
He
could be
might come
true.
out and sing like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he might surprise everybody because you know Vanta can't sing to save his life. Bob can't
That.
sing to save his life either.
Yeah.
But that's another story. It'll be fun though. I can't wait for it. It'll be real interesting.
I'm gonna
Shit,
do
we got
some.
some new people coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to hear RLM. I want to hear Nay again. You know what I mean?
No, we got
Like
some
I
new
said,
people coming. We got some
some
new people
news.
coming. And they
Oh
said
yeah.
they're bringing all the white girls
From London.
Oh,
from London. All the white girls
oh,
are gonna be
okay.
today. Bob's gonna be in heaven.
Yeah, I bet he will be. I bet he will be. And I bet one of them gonna
Oh.
sing Adele too.
Hey, Sky, I forgot to get them in the Discord.
Yeah.
Well,
We got a new roster.
when I'm on the show, I always post the Discord link in the chat, man.
No,
It's
but you
just
got you left. It was late. It was late your time. It was
oh,
like
okay.
I stayed up till 5. You know we got corn bombed again.
Really?
Because I
Yeah.
wasn't there. If I was there, it
Wow.
would be good.
I got tired and I'm telling you, man, we was having a full house all goddamn night. And I brought up this one guy. I didn't realize his shirt was off.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to be more careful with that button, bro. Or
Yeah,
at least
last night.
quicker on the trigger with it.
Yeah.
BD. BD, he didn't want me there last night. Again. So I had to leave. If I was there, it wouldn't happen.
You two remind me of this show that used to come on when I was a kid. It was called The Odd Couple. You two remind me of that.
And
I
he's the
swear
odd
y'all do.
he's the oddball, right?
Well, they both were odd. It just
Odd.
He,
He said
one
both
was
of
uppity and one was, more one was white collar and one was blue collar.
yeah, he's the white collar one.
I'm the blue collar one, right?
No, he's the white collar. Tell the truth, BD.
I'm
BD
more
don't
No
want to
down to
say
earth.
nothing, right?
I'm more down to
Why
earth.
you don't want to? Hold up, Ert. This mother brought it up and he talking about no comment. How the hell you gonna bring
No
something up talking about no
comment.
comment?
No comment. Because I don't want to get thrown to the back as
So
soon as I get on the stage. So I got to protect my integrity here.
so it's just he's dumber. That's all it is. This dumb and dumber.
Dumb and dumb. I'll take
Yo,
that one. I'll take that one.
listen, that's one of the
I'll take
coolest
dumb and dumb.
movies ever, though. Dumb and Dumber was one of the funniest movies I've ever watched.
And then Bob came along and he's the dumbest.
Hey, he's the dumbest because he put this shit together.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
So he's the
they got the
dumbest of
dumb,
them
dumber,
all.
and dumbest, right?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Dumb,
I didn't
dumber,
see
and
that.
dumbest.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I wish
They got the
Bob
new
could
yeah.
listen to this.
They
I wish
had they
Bob was
had
listening.
yeah, he probably is in the cut. Hopefully he is. Because
Uh,
there was a movie that they made. They made like three movies. They made Dumb, Dumber, Dumb and Dumber 2, and then Dumb and Dumber and Dumbest or some shit like that.
Yeah, but the second
They
part
added a
was
third
nothing
one.
like the first one. The
No,
first
yeah,
one
I
was
mean nothing like the
classic.
first.
everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? Usually the first movie is always the best. All
Yep.
the other ones are trash. Usually.
Yeah, the only sequel I know that equaled like to the first movie was The Godfather. Like that was the only sequel I could think of where in the Star Wars trilogy or the Star Wars trilogy, like all three of those movies were good too. And both the last two Batmans, both of those are really good too. The Dark Knight Batmans.
I
That's the
love the
best.
Dark Knight. I don't.
Listen, that's the best. I think, my opinion, that's the best Batman ever made.
The Dark
Which
Knight.
one? The one with
Yeah,
the Joker or the one with
yeah.
Bane? Because
The
both
Dark
of them
Knight.
went hard.
No, the
Both of them shits went hard.
The one with Bane was good, yes. But when they made the Dark Knight, they just put that on another level of Batman to me.
Yeah, but that first Dark Knight with the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, yeah, that shit
That's
was tough, bro.
that's the Dark Knight. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
It's
shit
the
was tough.
Dark Knight. It's the Dark Knight. Then the Dark Knight. Not Returns, but it's the Dark Knight something. The second one's called Dark Knight something. The
Yeah,
first
that's the
one is
one
called
with
the Dark
Bane.
Knight.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
second one was the one with Bane and Two Face, but both of them
yeah,
shits went hard though. Both of them
yeah.
shits
But
went
it
hard.
wasn't. Listen, to me, I don't know if y'all agree, but the Joker is the one that made the Batman, the Dark Knight.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Man, that shit
hell
was so
yeah.
good. Heath
Now,
Ledger, Heath Ledger, I didn't know he could do that.
yeah, I
Cause
think
that's
they said the role probably was attributed to his death because he got so into the character that it bugged him out
we probably did.
in real life.
Wait, who was the Phoenix guy?
Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, he's the dude who did the actual Joker movie. You know, he's the
Oh,
dude from Gladiator.
oh,
Joaquin
okay.
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He's the dude from Gladiator. He was the villain in Gladiator.
yeah.
'Cause
That's where he come from.
I
But
used to
I
be a
didn't
big
like
movie
the
guy.
Joker
I'm
movie.
not anymore. So I'm trying to
The
think
Joker
Yeah,
of.
movie, trash.
yeah, I didn't like the Joker movie.
Both
I
of them,
didn't
the
like it.
Joker and the new Joker, that shit
But
was
they said
trash.
Joaquin Phoenix went crazy after that role too, though.
He
Like
probably
he,
did, but that shit was trash. I know,
Yeah,
especially the second one. The second one's really trash. They tried to make it about a musical.
yeah, I didn't care for the Joker movie. But I love that first Dark Knight Batman. That's one of my favorite movies. Like that shit was tough all the way through. Like all the way through. Wasn't a dull moment at all with that movie. But I appreciate you guys for coming up. So I guess I can make my GOAT case now. And for me, my GOAT is Lawrence Taylor.
Trash,
And here's why Lawrence Taylor is my GOAT.
trash.
trash,
It has nothing to do with him being on the Giants. Lawrence
trash,
Taylor would have been the GOAT on any team you put him on. Lawrence Taylor would have been the GOAT. One, Lawrence Taylor, the second person to win outright league MVP as a defensive player. He's the second person and the last person because nobody else has done it since him. Three-time defensive player of the year, rookie of the year, two-time Super Bowl champion, the only person ever to play football to amass 1,000 tackles and 100 sacks.
Damn.
And he completely changed what a left guard is in the
Left
NFL.
tackle.
You
Left
remember
tackle.
back
Left
in the
tackle.
days,
Left tackle. Left tackle.
yeah, left tackle, yeah, that. You remember back in the days, all offensive linemen used to line up in a 2-point stance, meaning they fingers would be in the dirt on the
Uh
ground.
huh. Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor changed all that because he was so fucking fast. He was just running around people to the point
Watch the F bombs. Watch the F bombs.
where left tackles had to start squatting instead of putting their fingers in the dirt.
And that
That's
that
number
was
one.
that was
the 3 point
that was
stance.
once left tackle was once the second highest position outside of a quarterback on right.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah. Left
I
yep,
tackle is the second highest paid position in the NFL other than quarterback.
yep.
yeah.
But that's
Uh,
all because of Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence
Shout out to
Taylor is
Lawrence
the
Taylor.
reason why you have single back offenses because you couldn't block Lawrence Taylor with a tight end. You couldn't block Lawrence Taylor with a running back. In fact, you needed three people to block Lawrence Taylor. You needed a tackle, a guard, and a chip just to slow Lawrence Taylor down. Lawrence Taylor could guard your tight end in coverage. He could guard your running back in coverage. And he was fast enough in his prime. You could put him on the outside and he could guard your wide receiver in coverage.
Mm.
And that's not him getting to the quarterback. The man could cover. The man had 130 sacks and could still cover all of your people. Like, there's nothing like Lawrence Taylor ever.
How
Derek,
many
this
seasons?
dude who jersey I got on is the closest thing I've seen to Lawrence Taylor. And there will never be anybody remotely close to what Lawrence Taylor did for the game of football, especially on the defensive end. Lawrence
How many
Taylor could
seasons?
win a
How many
game
seasons?
by himself on defense.
How many
By
seasons did he play?
himself.
BD.
Yes.
How many seasons did he play?
13.
So he averaged 10 sacks a season. That's fucking amazing. Excuse my
So
language.
what are you gonna say if Michael Parsons passed that?
No, he going to the 49ers. You know that, right?
No, he's not
He,
going nowhere.
he ain't
Huh?
going nowhere. You
No, he
think
going
He's
to
Jerry's
not
the
gonna
going
let him go?
anywhere.
He already
No,
signed
Jerry
the
Jones
deal.
already made that clear. He's
Eric,
not trading
yeah,
him.
he already signed the deal. It's not up to him because he usually sits out of plays.
Yeah, he
This
not
is what
going
people don't
nowhere.
realize. All that talk that they're talking about, he doesn't sign the deal. It's up. They got to trade him.
Yeah, because they already paid him.
Yeah,
So, like, he's stuck. Is either he going to sit out
yeah.
or he going to play. He's not
Because
getting
he's
traded.
either going to sit out and get paid, play for the money that is on the contract, or he's going to take the guarantee to just sit down.
And bad about Joe Namath, I can't put Joe Namath in my GOAT conversation. There's too many other quarterbacks I could put in front of Joe Namath for me to put him in a GOAT conversation.
He had a gruesome injury. If that's him,
Well,
if,
not as
if
gruesome as Joe Theismann.
that's what
I
I was
think
talking
you
about.
confusing
That's
Joe
yeah. I'm talking about
Theismann
Joe
with Joe
Theismann.
Namath. Yeah,
I'm talking
you
about Joe
talking about
Theismann.
Joe Theismann. And that was Lawrence Taylor who did that.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh. Whew.
Yeah. So for my money, if I gotta have a GOAT, an overall GOAT, Lawrence Taylor is my GOAT.
Lawrence Taylor ruined Joe Montana's career with the 49ers.
Right.
If you're still on, I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute. I got to call Molly.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got a couple more minutes. I see CT went live. I'm never used to seeing CT go live on a Sunday.
I don't know if
That's
that's a
rare.
replay. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's a
that's what I'm
replay.
thinking. That it must be a replay because he'd never go live on a Sunday.
Yeah, and I know him and Bob talk, and yeah, I don't, yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
a replay, but shit,
but yeah,
we go ahead.
no, I'm about to say I just wanted to thank everybody for showing up and being in my comments and giving their opinions. I wish more people would have came up and made a case, but I understand a lot of people don't like being on the panel like that, which is okay. I can't force people to get on the panel, but it is what it is. At least people showed up. They conversated. My comments was moving. People were engaging. So I appreciate that. But again, if you like the content or whatever, like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. Help your boy get a new laptop because I can use it.
Hey,
And
I guarantee BD, if you get consistent during football season, your channel is going to blow up. I don't
oh
know
yeah,
nobody else more knowledgeable, more articulate, and you got the New York vibe and the New York voice. You just have to. I know you got your situation with your daughter, bro, but you got
right.
to just dedicate some time and blow this channel up. It's gonna blow up. You just have to. When football
Put more
season come
time.
around, that's yeah. Just
Yeah, when football season come around, yeah, I'm gonna be on it when football's because that's
because
my wheelhouse. Like I love basketball and all that stuff, but football is my thing. Like
and then
I
it's
love me
gonna
some football.
and it's gonna carry you throughout the year. Like it's just you gonna. It's like a roller coaster. You're gonna go up with football, and then basketball, and then you get into the WNBA. You can
Right.
start doing some big three. Everybody's gonna want to hear your take on everything you say. Once you really lock in on this football. So what
Yeah,
I
the
was saying is
football,
this
that's my
too.
thing.
Before the Mexican came, excuse me, before my before my friend came,
Before
um,
your friend came.
yeah, I was going to tell you, man, just do some things leading up to football. Who's your team again?
The Giants.
Yeah, do some New York Giants um, takes about the off season, what you think your team going to look like. Uh,
Right.
Preview the season, who you think is going to be the Super Bowl, who you think is going to the playoffs, because then you have something to go back into when the playoffs come around and be like, man, I said it on one of my first videos. I
Mm-hmm.
said this, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
all the predictions that you have, put it on YouTube. I mean, shit, if it don't come through, it don't come through. But just do all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a
Oh
whole
yeah, for
bunch of
sure.
content. It's a whole bunch of content you can be doing all this month.
Yeah, it's about flooding the market. I get it.
There it goes. There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get it. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming out, showing out. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the support, everybody in the comments for coming and spending a couple of hours with me. I really appreciate that. I got to get off here now because, like Art said, I got to go tend to my daughter and do the daddy thing. But thank y'all. Thank you again. You know, I'm not done with my GOAT series. I got one more part to do, and that will be on Major League Baseball because I wanted to cover all three major sports for my GOAT series. So my last part 3, will be on the MLB. And again, thank you all for coming out and showing me some support and coming in my chat and chatting and doing all that. I appreciate that. I'll see y'all over at the gospel a little later on tonight. And thank you again, man. Thank you. I see y'all later, man. Peace.